Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. The scent of old paper and lemon wood polish was the scent of Alara's past. Her tiny independent bookstore, The Unread Chapter, was her sanctuary, a quiet fortress against the city's relentless noise. Here, time moved at the pace of a turning page. Then, the email arrived. The subject line was simple. In the city. It was from Clara. 20 years. 2 decades since they had been two bright, ambitious threads in the same vibrant tapestry of a New York publishing house. They were more than colleagues. They were confidants. A united front in a world of sharp elbows and shifting loyalties. They shared lukewarm coffee and grand dreams in the pre-dawn light before major launches. Their partnership, a silent language of finished sentences and knowing glances. Then, life intervened. A promotion for Clara that took her to the helm of a glossy magazine on the other coast. A choice for Alara to step away from the glittering high-stakes race to care for an ailing mother, eventually opening this quiet shop that was the antithesis of their former world. The frantic texts had slowed. The annual holiday cards had eventually stopped. The friendship, once a roaring fire, had banked to faint warm embers of memory. Alara's hand hovered over the keyboard. Yes, of course, come. The reply felt both inevitable and terrifying. The day of the visit, Alara found herself nervously straightening stacks of books that were already perfectly aligned. The chime of the doorbell was a sharp, startling sound. And there she was. Clara stood in the doorway, silhouetted by the afternoon sun. She was still effortlessly elegant, a tailored coat replacing the creative, bohemian dresses of their youth. For a suspended moment, they simply looked at each other. The 2 decades of visible, silent presence between them. Then, Clara's professional composure cracked into a genuine, warm smile. Alara! The sound of her voice saying her name unlocked something. The years dissolved in an instant. They didn't launch into polite small talk about careers or families. Instead, Clara walked slowly through the narrow aisles, her fingers trailing over the book spines with a reverent familiarity. You did it, Clara said, her voice soft with wonder. You always talked about a place like this, a place that smelled like stories and silence. And you, Alara replied, gesturing to the magazine rack where Clara's publication, The Modern Lens, held a prominent place. You built the empire you always wanted. They settled in 2 worn armchairs in a corner nook, a pot of jasmine tea between them. The conversation was not a stilted interview, but a gentle, meandering river finding its old course. They spoke of Clara's divorce, a pain Alara had only heard about through mutual acquaintances. Alara spoke of the quiet satisfaction of her mother's final years, and the surprising peace she'd found in this small, curated world. They laughed, suddenly and loudly, remembering the infamous office holiday party where they had to hide in the supply closet from their drunken boss. He thought we were the interns for a week after that, Clara gasped, wiping a tear from her eye. The laughter faded into a comfortable silence. The shop was warm, filled with the golden light of the setting sun. It's funny, Clara said, looking around. We took such different paths. I was always chasing the next big thing, the louder story. And you built a place for the quiet ones. I think we were both looking for the same thing, Alara mused. A way to make sense of the world. You do it by amplifying voices. I do it by preserving them. Clara reached over and squeezed her hand. It was a simple gesture, but it held the weight of all the unsupported years, the unshared joys and sorrows. It was an acknowledgement of the distance and a bridge across it all at once. When Clara finally left, promising not to let another 20 years pass, the quiet of the bookstore felt different. It was no longer the quiet of solitude, but the quiet of a deep and lasting connection recently reaffirmed. Ilara locked the door and leaned against it, a profound sense of peace settling over her. They had lived a lifetime in separate worlds, their orbits distant. But for one afternoon, in the space between breaths, in the shared silence of two old armchairs, they had found their way back to the same page. And the story, she realized with a full heart, was far from over.